Does it fuck you up just thinking about like this lifestyle you have now, where it's like you're so able to remove yourself from any kind of risk, and like it's got to be strange to think like I'm the same person, but I was in that environment doing this shit, and now I'm chilling in my house making videos all day or whatever.
I mean, it's crazy when I think about it, but I don't feel like I ever left it because I still like struggle with a lot of that shit mentally. I just don't really talk about it. So a big part of me changing my content from me going to the prison shit, not only was the prison community getting played out with just everybody's doing it, you can only hear the same shit so many times. Like I feel like I got in at the right time and got the fuck out. But another major aspect of that was all the dreams started coming back to me.
Really?
So it's like
from just dwelling on it and talking about that shit so much?
Yeah, so you know, when you're a kid, when you're whatever, before you've ever had sex, you've dreamed about getting some. You know what I mean? But before you actually get it, you wake up. Because your mind can't process something you've never experienced. If you fall in your dream, before you die, you wake up.
Right.
You know, so I never dreamed about super violent shit until I started doing it. And that's what started fucking me up, bro, is when I started telling these stories, I would have these dreams where either I'm hitting someone up or they're hitting me up. Like I'm just sitting down getting stabbed repeatedly. Or I'm watching it happen and I can't stop looking. I have to watch it. And the thing about when you experience shit like that, it ain't what I'm seeing that fucks with me. I remember the smells that came with it. The smell of the blood, the sounds of the person gurgling on their shit. You know, it's shit like that that fucks me up. And then I wake up and I'm like breathing heavy and like, damn, you know? Like now is when these things come back to me. So that was the main reason why I really wanted to get off that shit and try to find another avenue, because I have to relive it when I tell it.
See, that's interesting because I feel like a lot of guys get into street shit or whatever in part because they want to sort of prove that they're able to do all this shit and that it won't be that big a deal to them.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to see you at the point where you can actually be honest and acknowledge that, like, yeah, slicing somebody's shit open, as tough as you might be or as much as you might have felt like you had to do that in that moment, I mean, there's going to be a memory of that that's going to linger in your brain. And realistically, when your head is clear, when you're having a nice time, it might just reappear, you know?
Yeah, every scar you put on a person mentally scars you. And I didn't understand that until now. So, you know, at the time, like the first kid that I cut, I told that in the first interview that I did, I slit his whole shit. I hit him 3 times on his throat. Had no idea how the fuck it was going to be. I didn't know if it was going to start shooting out and shit. None of that happened, but once I did that shit and they moved him out of the cell, I'm celebrating on the door.
Right.
All my homies are celebrating. Like, yeah, he just got one. And then when I got popped at the next spot I went to.
Right.
I get hit. I'm sitting in the cell for 3 days with blood-soaked fucking uniform on. Like, they didn't give me a new uniform or nothing.
They stitched you up or not?
Nah, they glued my face shut with a hot glue gun.
Right.
So the kid that cut me, he did it.
Why did he do that?
The kid that cut me?
Yeah.
Well, at the first prison we went to, he was supposed to be a blood. We're at the reception center.
Right.
And he was in the cell with a Mexican that was supposed to be a 13. So out of nowhere, the 13 folds his flag, and the next day we wake up and we get sent to the prison, somehow he's a blood. So I'm like, you just made him a blood overnight out of nowhere? How the fuck that work? So, you know, when we hit the dorm, I was like, hey, bro, both of y'all folded. Neither one of y'all nothing. Like, fuck y'all. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the Zoes, who we were into it with, they came up to me and they were like, why would you fold your only 2 brothers that's in here? Because now it's just us versus you. And I told him I'd rather be 1 strong than 500 weak. Fuck them. If I can fold them, you could fold them. But you ain't finna fold me.
Right.
You might hit me up, but I'm gonna tear one of y'all ass up too. You know, so I folded him at that spot. When I went to Lake Butler, he was already there because he hit the compound. A Crip hit him in the face with a brick and broke his nose. So he was at Butler not for transfer, but for medical. He had a nose cast and everything. So when I get to Butler, the GDs and I Block come up to me. They're like, oh, what you is? I'm blood. Oh, we tied flags. No, the fuck we not. Why the fuck are we tied flags? You know, people are just like random gangs will click up on some whatever shit. I wasn't on that though.
Right.
So they like, oh, you got a brother in here. They point to him. He comes out of his cell.
So you are anti-peace. You were like, nah y'all are getting along. I don't want anything to do with that.
It's just shit that makes sense. Like, why the fuck are we tied flags?
Right.
For what? Who sanctioned? Like, who? For what reason?
You want to know the details of how this might work?
I told them I don't want to talk to the soldiers. I want to talk to the heads, bro.
Right.
Y'all could have just started gangbanging. Why the fuck am I talking to y'all? I'm turf made. I went to prison banging. Y'all just started doing this shit. So you don't even know nothing. You just learn how to shake up and this, that, and the third. I'm not even trying to talk to y'all. Y'all just started this shit. I've been doing it. So I see him come out. I'm like, he ain't nothing. I just folded him at the last spot. Where it spreads to the blood on the other side of our block that I don't got contact with.
Right.
He's supposed to be running the situation. He fucks with dude, and he didn't know the story. So when I'm in the cell, the head homie comes over. He comes to my cell. Oh, you got a problem with such and such? Come to find out who I'm speaking with is from Tampa. But we never got that far because when he came to my cell, he was already on some aggressive type shit. All right, well, yeah, fuck him. And if it's fuck him, fuck you. If you rocking with him, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he put a hit out. And he did it in front of my face. I'm in the cell. I can't get out of the bars, but he's like, hey, I got 50 on his head right now. Yeah. So I'm yelling out, who gonna take the hit? Everybody's quiet. That next morning when we all lined up, the GDs had it. The GDs was in front of me and behind me. We going down the stairs. As I'm going down the stairs, I had a homie behind me. He wasn't blood, but he was fucking with me. I look back, whatever. Start going down the stairs, boom, I get hit. And I just felt something touch my face. I didn't feel pain, nothing. It was just like this.
The quote you had was that you felt air somewhere you had never felt air before.
I felt the air inside of my fucking head, bro, like in my face.
Yeah, that scared me a little bit.
I didn't feel any pain or nothing like that. I touched my shit. I knew I got hit, though, so I pulled out the razor. And at the time, like I told this whole shit, too, but my toenails were fucking infected from the last prison because of the small-ass boots they gave me. So my shit bleeding, pussing, I can't walk. Medical basically told me to go fuck myself. They're not treating me until I get to the next spot. So I can't move, I can't run. I'm basically stationary. So when I get hit, I turn around. I'm like, all right, let's go blade for blade, you know? So I only got a couple steps down. He shoots off and goes into the booth where the COs are at. So if I walk in there, they're gonna grab me up because I just got hit. You know
That's
what I mean?
no. That's dishonorable, I would assume, you think?
I mean, that shit pussy, bro, but you got to get your lick off how you get it off. That's the way he did it. That's the way he did it. I can't take it from him. He got me.
Right.
My homie blasted his ass, though, at the next spot with a box cutter.
Really?
Everyone that hit me got hit.
Because you got taken out of there soon after, so you weren't able to actually get revenge?
Man, this shit was fucked up, bro. So I ended up going down to the bottom of the steps. There's a CO at the steps. We got to wear a hat. So I put the hat on as I'm coming out.
Right.
So he doesn't see all the blood and shit. And I make it out and I'm hiding behind a pillar. So I got the razor in my hand. So when he comes out, I'm gonna splack his ass. As soon as he comes out, he walks out with the CO. Walking next to the CO and everything, like they fucking best friends. I'm surprised it wasn't holding hands. So I'm like, fuck it, I can't do nothing, because I can't chase him. My feet are fucked up, I can't catch him. I was never fast anyways, you know what I mean? So I had the understanding that I just gotta take my lick. I throw the razor, I get in line, my shit leaking everywhere, bro. Like everyone's looking back at me. I'm bleeding all over the place. And he's a couple feet behind me in the line. I just look back at him like, yeah, all right. You know what I mean? So I walked in the chow hall. Everybody stopped eating when they seen me. The COs pulled me. And they took me to the little nurse thing that had me sitting in the hallway.
With a diaper on your face?
With a diaper. They gave me a diaper for the blood.
Right.
And I'm sitting on the bench with the dude that he works in the, it's like a little unit they got in the back of Butler where everybody's about to die. And his only job is to bag bodies.
Right.
This is like one of the most lifeless looking people I've ever met. No emotion, no expression. He's just telling me how he bags bodies. You know what I mean? And they hot glued my shit. The captain come, the white shirt, he's like, oh, you want to go back to the dorm? I'm like, yes, sir. He said, what happened? I said, I tripped and fell on the stairs. He said, all right, put me right in confinement. So they stuck me in confinement. Not on no PC shit, though. I went under investigation. But I was already pending transfer.
Right.
So I'm already on my way to another prison. So within 3 days, me and everybody I got sent there with, we all went to Lancaster CI. And that's how I have the picture of me with the fresh 3-day cut on my face, because every new compound you hit, they take a picture. So I used that picture when I started my channel. It's the only picture that exists of me at 19 years old.
Wow.
And you can see the 7-inch cut, they measured it.
When you're falling asleep that night and you get this fresh cut on your face, what's going through your head?
Oh, I was beating my dick in the cell. Yeah, I ain't had no bunkie. So I'm in confinement by myself getting busy, yeah. I wasn't stressing that shit. I was just thinking about how I'm gonna get them back.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I already got hit. I'm looking at it in the thing. I'm like, God damn, I hope it don't scar up this bad. You know what I mean?
There's just got to be something in your head where it's like, you not only did something violent to me, like you could have punched me in the face, but you scarred me with something I'm going to have to look at every day for the rest of my life. And there's a good chance that if I don't get you soon, then I'm never going to get you, because realistically, I'm not going to be in prison for the rest of my fucking life. I might not even know who you are or where you're at once I leave here.
You want to know how I really looked at it? I looked at it as, as being blood and shedding blood for those that shed blood for me. Like, we in the field, bro. We gonna, you know, it's gonna come back and forth. I'm gonna get hit. Someone else is gonna get hit. Big homies have gotten hit in the past. It is what it is. As long as you standing on your shit, it's a part of the game.
Right.
So my whole thing was, when it's my turn, I'm gonna get them back, you know? But I never got them back.
Right.
I personally didn't get them, but someone else got them.
But how much did it mean to you that your friend was able to take care of it?
Oh, that was my dog.
Like, if that had not happened, would it still haunt you?
Nah. Because I've been,
Past it now.
I done got hit up before by someone I never got back on.
Really?
You know what I mean? But so the homie that cut him after I got cut, I got fired up in the back of my head. I got a patch missing. I got hit by a Zoe. He put a brick from the basketball court, the asphalt, inside of a sock and hit me over the head and put like a bullet hole in my head.
Just because of specific issue with him, or was it?
Nah, we were beefing with the Zoes.
Right.
We were at war with the whole compound. So the same homie that cut the other one, he got him blasted. So they did a little fake call-out sheet and they wrote up a thing to go to medical, but they put his name on it. So they knew when he was coming out. I was in confinement when this whole shit happened. So they had him come out, and then they hit him with a real box cutter blade, ripped this whole shit open.
Wow.
He back in Haiti right now. I looked him up when I got up.
You looked him up?
Yeah, big dumbass scar on his face.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we want to thank you so much for getting us to 100,000 subscribers right here on the Clips channel. If you want to support, please click that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 200K. Thank you. Thank you so much.